In the midst of a national pandemic, look closely. People here, in our community, hurting, homeless, hopeless.
What's that like, sleeping back there?
It's humbling. It's rough.
We found Sean, who didn't want his face shown, staying in a makeshift camp. He, like many who are homeless, has turned to panhandling to make money.
I don't see if someone holding a sign, I don't see that as they're not hurting anybody.
Yeah. Foxes have holes and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head.
Some, like Tim Gilligan, have been out on the streets for years.
When I'm out on the line, the very first thing everybody looks at is my shoes. I don't know why, I don't understand why. But if you look at my shoes, just imagine what it takes to walk a mile in my shoes.
But is doing this actually illegal? The answer is murky. Despite a Lee County ordinance outlawing it, the sheriff's office says they stopped making arrests because a state statute banning panhandling was ruled unconstitutional. Freedom of speech. Fort Myers has its own ordinance, and FMPD is making arrests. 66 in the past 3 years, we found. The majority of them happening at busy intersections around the city.
What are you doing to keep warm?
Rough, man.
Gilligan has been arrested for it more than a dozen times in that span.
Asking, begging, or soliciting of alms. These are arraignments. I just went to court this morning for it. The transient right there.
He says he owes hundreds of dollars in court costs.
It's doing nothing but hurting me. It's not helping me. It's just doing nothing but hurting me by putting me in the jail and keeping me farther down.
More than 60 arrests in 3 years. Does that surprise you?
Yes, it does.
Janet Bartos runs the Lee County Homeless Coalition. She suspects not everyone out panhandling is homeless, but has concerns with arresting those who are.
They don't have any money to pay that fine, first of all. It's a barrier towards them finding housing or finding a job. It's doing nothing to address the root cause of homelessness.
People like Gilligan have been taken to jail for panhandling. It's a second-degree misdemeanor, though FMPD says it often issues notices to appear instead, especially during the pandemic. The department says its officers use discretion when making arrests and often give warnings before doing so. FMPD says panhandling is dangerous.
It's kind of confusing to some because some officers will let it go and help you out. Other officers are running you off.
We can't punish people because they're have no place to call home and that they're living on the streets. They've simply run out of options. So this is the end of the road.
I made my bed, now I gotta lay in it, right, but damn it, when's it gonna stop? When's it gonna ever end?
Legal or not, safe or not, panhandlers like Gilligan have no plans to stop. Homeless and hopeless. He says he has to do this to survive.